A dryer to thaw out that frozen guy in the cave, but I got totally distracted. Ooh, that rock looks like my mom.
Yes, quite lovely.
Feel my face. I wish that giant fireball on the Kronos building was a real giant fireball, so it'd melt all this snow. Of course, then we'd have a giant fireball to deal with.
Yes, quite lovely.
I could have totally been the Iron Fist. Well, maybe if I cut out dairy.
It might be a slightly controversial opinion, considering all the people who've been uprooted from their homes, but I actually think this Chronopolis place looks rather picturesque in an unorthodox sort of way. In fact, I was just thinking how nice it would be if someone, perhaps a kind nephew of mine, were to take some lovely photos for me. Only if they had the time, of course. That's very kind of you, dear. Thank you. Now, what kind of picture would I like? How about a picture that features a sphinx, that big floating bowl-looking city, and Kang's big electric tower? That would make for an interesting mix, don't you think?
What?
Did you forget what I asked for, dear? Not to worry. What I'm after is a picture that features a sphinx, that big floating bowl-looking city, and Kang's big electric tower. That would make for an interesting mix, don't you think?
Looks like some trouble is brewing where you are. You're like a magnet for this stuff, huh?
Oh man, now I've done it.
Feel like I've been walking for hours.
All this snow gear's a waste of money, huh? Well, who's laughing now, Mom?
I would have brought my own camera, but I don't think you can buy. Thank you, dearie. That looks lovely. Unfortunately, all my picture frames are back home, which is in who knows what dimension. So, until someone sorts that business out, I'll just have to unload the picture to sociable media.
So,
If I think of any other pictures I'd like, I'll be sure to let you know. And of course, if you need anything from me, don't be a stranger. You give your Aunt May a call once in a while.
Three Manhattans. Ha ha ha.
Yay! Oh, sorry, that didn't sound dignified. I meant, yay!
All this danger lately really makes you realize how precious every moment is. Oh, a free snack bar for sitting through a 3-hour seminar? Don't mind if I do.
Ooh, I can't feel my face.
ugh, if I have to listen to one more of those kangaroos, ooh, I'm gonna do something. I could have totally been the. Frozen guy in the cave, but I got totally distracted.
I'll show those guys.
Apparently there's some kind of exhibition happening up in that ruin.
Can you believe they're still making video games about losers like the Avengers? They already had their turn. 2, in fact. Though I'm not sure if they're both strictly canon. Either way, when was the last time you saw a game with a duck on the cover? The industry needs to change, starting with my new game, codename Project Egg. Sadly, my Quackstarter campaign fell through, so I'm gonna need to find the funds for this thing some other way. Think you could help me find a wealthy entrepreneur that I can hit up for the dough? You won't regret it, kid. See what you can find out from the folks around here. There's gotta be at least one money bags in this joint. So what do you got for me? What else you got?
Saw you fighting a bunch of snowmen earlier? Maybe I've been up here too long.
The thing they don't warn you about when working at the bank is the folks who keep you working late drying off waterlogged treasure. How'd it get so wet? And why was there so much of it? Whoever it belonged to must be rich.
Find out anything about our wealthy friend?
Okay. Visit, live, destroy.
You know Howard the Duck? I got something I was hoping you could pass on to him. A big slap upside the head. That feathered crook stole my sandwich.
I want to be just like you when I grow up. But I can still grow.
Man, it's cold.
I need a change of scenery.
That old prospector over in the Old West said he pulled a big hole of something out of the water the other day. Didn't say what it was, but he was winking so hard I thought he was going to hurt himself. And he was soaking wet. What a strange fellow.
Think I might move to Wakanda. The weather there seems way better than here.
Okay. Visit, live, destroy. Noir, Nueva York, Hydra Empire. Go!
I hate the way Kang watches us with those drones. It's so creepy. ATM refused my card the other day. Apparently because my bank doesn't exist in this universe anymore. So now I'm pretty much living on a diet of bits of old shoe, which is surprisingly good if you leave it to soak in rainwater for a while.
I really want to roll a big snowball down the mountain. But times are hard enough in the city without giant frozen boulders.
Why do bad guys never...
No! Help me! I flew across... This is the worst thing to ever happen to anybody ever!
The bad guys sure are keeping us busy. Can you take care of the incident near you?
No! Help me!
I'd been saving up for months to buy my dream car. But since everywhere I needed to drive to no longer exists, I don't need it anymore. So I did the logical thing and burned all my money.
I was just about to take a trip to the Antarctic, so this actually worked out pretty well.
This is the worst thing to ever happen to anybody ever! Apparently there's some kind of exhibition happening up in that ruined building. Man, I do not get that fancy art stuff. Oh man! Getting through this snow was hard enough as it was.
If some kind superhero could...
Anything else?
Think I might move to Wakanda. The weather there seems way better than here. There was some questionable training taking place on the mountain earlier. Must be some new kind of ancient martial art or something.
Could be something there. If we can confirm it wasn't just an old booty dug up. Promising. If we knew who cashed in that loot, we could definitely hit them up. So putting what you've told me through the old Detective Mellon, we can deduce that the old prospector over in the Old West recently came into some serious cheddar. This is perfect.
No matter how old you get.
The only thing now is to figure out how to convince an old-timey prospector to invest in a Talking Ducks video game. But that won't be the weirdest thing I do all week by any stretch. Thanks for the help, kid. Oh, and if you run into Forbush Man, could you tell him the funds are in the bag? Last I heard, the poor guy was looking into making money through social media marketing.
Ugh, if I have to listen to one more of those Kang announcements.
If some
The hand! It must be the hand! Nobody else can concoct a scenario so nefarious!
Whew, thanks. You had me worried for a minute there.
Another criminal in the bag.
Snap! I went to get a hairdryer to thaw out that frozen guy in the cave, but I got totally distracted.
Who's ready to face some sweet, sweet
Yay! Sorry, that didn't sound dignified. I meant, yay! Oh.
Where should I go for lunch?
civilians, crooks, enemies, whatever you want to call them. Go take them down.
The master says I won't make any progress in my training until I stop wearing overcoats and start wearing gis. But it's so cold here. You'd think someone would spring for central heating. Oh, I can't feel my face. My training never prepared me for this. Probably because it was in Starford Development.
Can I at least grab my insulin first?
The hand! It must be the hand! Nobody else could concoct a scenario so nefarious!
Chilly up here, huh? Like, more chilly.
Apparently there's some kind of exhibition happening up in that ruined building. Man, I do not get that fancy art stuff.
You seen that superhero supply store? The lady who runs it always seems to be in some sort of trouble. Yesterday she was purple. You'll learn to tune it out.
Is it odd that I'm really craving ice cream?
I hate the way Kang watches us with those drones. It's so creepy.
Can I at least grab my insulin first?
Oh, snap! I went to get a hairdryer to thaw out that frozen guy in the cave, but I got totally distracted. Ooh, that rock looks like my mom's.
All this snow gear's a waste of money, huh? Well, who's laughing now,
I need a change of scenery.
All this danger lately really makes you realize how precious every moment is. Oh, free snack bar for sitting through a 3-hour seminar? Don't mind if I do.
I need a change of scenery.
I've been up.
You've got bad guys causing trouble nearby. Ah, they make me so mad.
Chilly up here, huh? Like, more chilly.
I'm going to need help getting this new forge to work.
Must find bad people. Scare them away.
Kang surveillance drones operate in this area.
I'm the world's fastest runner. None of you will ever beat me. Think you can beat my record?
I find the simple life, man?
Nice! Just wish I could use stuff like this to pay my rent.
We don't get any more of those floating statues. Are serious health and safety risks.
There's a crime happening near you. Can you see it? Go teach those guys a lesson.
Turns into a rule for a day?
Oh, snap! I went to get a hairdryer to thaw out that frozen guy in the cave, but I got totally distracted. Ooh, that rock looks like my mom.
If you have your camera with you, dear, I have another idea for a picture.
My training never prepared me for this. Probably because it didn't stop.
Is there a person out there who can understand my vision?
I promise my next suit will be able to deal with this kind of thing.
I remember the first time I encountered one of these. It was back in med school. Boy, I could use a superhero right now.
Two Manhattans. Ha ha ha!
I wish that giant fireball on the Kronos building was a real giant fireball, so it would melt all this snow. Of course.
Is there a person out there who can understand my vision?
You seen that superhero supply store? Lady who runs it always seems to be in some sort of trouble. Yesterday she was purple. You'll learn to tune it out.
It's already that late?
Thank you for saving your Generalissimo, Brigadiers.
Oh, snap!
Is there a person out there who can understand my vision?
The Statue of Liberty look a little off to everyone?
The bad guys sure are keeping us busy. Can you take care of the incident near you?
No joke. Seriously, though, it's really dangerous out there.
There was some questionable training taking place on the mountain earlier.
By the power of the Eye of Agamotto!
This is the worst thing to ever happen to anybody ever! I saw a monkey throwing a bunch of salt earlier. Maybe I've been up there. I hate the way Kang watches us with those drones. It's so creepy.
If you have your camera with you, dear, I have another.
Is there a person out there who can understand my vision? Working with Howard on this video game of his has been problematic. He laughed at my idea for the final boss, but I think he simply lacks the imagination to grasp its true awesomeness. But as an accomplished game designer, this is a problem I know how to fix. Some ideas are better to show than tell, so what we need is a prototype. We'll get you dressed up as my villain and show off your awesome villainy skills. Skillany. So, you in? A smart decision. I'll show you my design for the character. You've signed an NDA, right? Whatever. Get yourself looking the part, then we can start the demo.
It's already that.
You know where the customizer is, right? Because if this was my game, there'd have been a tutorial for that stuff for sure.
If you have your camera with you, dear, I have another idea for a picture.
Looking good. We're lucky I managed to arrange this meeting with Howard. He's usually crazy busy on the phone with publishers all day and... Wait. We don't have a publisher yet. That lazy.
I always thought Kunlun had a city on the mountain. Shame Kang didn't bring that into Chronopolis. Guess he must have had a budget to stick to.
Soon as Howard shows up, I'll rustle up some enemies for you to fight.
All right, Forbush, make this quick. I've got another meeting after this. About meetings.
But we're the only two people working on... never mind. Feast your eyes on Cock-a-doodle-doom!
What? I hate...
No one is safe from this foul enemy.
Oh, good. Poultry jokes.
2.
I assure you, this villain is no yoke.
And not even original ones.
Fried don't know what you mean.
Ugh.
Cock-a-doodle-doom lays her enemies to waste with devastating expertise.
The puns are making me like it less. You know that, right?
If you think she's done with you yet, you're fresh out of cluck.
No.
Saw him fighting a bunch of snowmen earlier. Maybe I've been up here too long.
And scene. So, what do you think? Pretty hardcore, right? Pretty intimidating, right? Pretty...
All right, stop saying words. You can put your stupid chicken boss in the game. But if any of the kids at the focus test start crying, it's coming straight out again.
You won't regret this, Howard. If the folks at ChronoCon don't love it, I'll eat my saucepan.
Oh, shoot. ChronoCon's coming up. What are we doing standing around yakking? We gotta get the game finished.
Oh, yeah. I forgot we actually had to make the thing. Thanks for helping us out, pal. If you're going to ChronoCon, make sure to drop by the stand.
Saw a monkey fighting a bunch of snowmen earlier? Maybe I've been up here too long.
Gwenpool's disembodied voice here. Your heroic deeds have unlocked one of my incredible Gwenpool missions. Go find it.
Speaking of ChronoCon, you did get the tickets, right?
I thought you were doing that.
This is what I get for teaming up with a walking pot rack.
You seen that?
Oh, fish sticks.
3 Manhattan.
Oh, I was nearly fish food there.
There was some,
Great job. I knew you could do it.
Oh, I can't wait. Let's go.
Always seems to be in some sort of trouble.
If you have your camera with you, dear, I have another idea for a...
Welcome back, oh seekers of the pink bricks. Fame, She can be a cruel and fickle mistress. And my pal, Howard the Duck, is aware of that more than most today. He's not feeling the love from his fellow man for all his saving-the-day heroic do-goodery. I mean, that's not why he does it. But a pat on the back every now and again wouldn't hurt. What Howard needs to get people talking about him is a full-tilt, immersive, genre-defining, massively multiplayer online video game with his beak on the cover! As luck would have it, there's a Gamescom going on just the other side of the park. Exactly the place to pitch a Howard multi-platform title. Teeny problem. The Access All Areas passes for the convention sold out months ago, dude. You'll have to use some of your quack fu ingenuity to get past those lines and pitch your game idea to the panel. The guy next to Howard seems to want to help. Who is he? Let me check one sec. Forbush, man? Even I ain't never heard of this guy. I'm wondering if he's after his own game, too. That might be stretching things a little. But what do I know? If he can help Howard, then he's okay by me.
Hello, Manhattanites! Welcome to Timely Comics HQ, where we've got everything you could possibly want for all your timely needs. Come on in and get your geek on, people. This is ChronoCon!
Sold out? Well, that's just great. I knew we shouldn't have stopped for drive-thru. Now we'll never get into the panel.
Hey, Howard, why don't we come up with a distraction? You know, so we can sneak in without needing passes.
Nah, that'd never work. Wait, I know. I'll create a distraction so we can sneak in without needing passes. Why didn't I think of that before?
Hey, that's what I just...
Pipe down. You'll blow our cover. Now to put my ingenious plan into action. Listen up, folks. I mean, attention convention attendees or something. We have a limited number of tickets available at the main desk downstairs for you to have your dream selfie with Tony Stark. That's right, Iron Man himself. Billionaire, superstar, blah, 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 whatever, so hurry up. Well, would you look at that? A pretty flawless plan if I do say so myself.
Don't worry, all you lovely, loyal people that are still here. We've got so many other great guests for you. I mean, who needs Iron Man when we have the Shocker? So, come on in and meet your heroes. Get an autograph, take some selfies, and share them online. The world needs to know exactly how cool you are.
Blah, blah, blah. Time to show these guys what a 10 out of 10 video game looks like.
Gee, I hope that wasn't expensive.
Nah, it was already broke when I got here.
Boy, I could use a superhero right now. Hey, give me a hand, will ya? Get me out of here!
Now this is what I call an upgrade. Iron Man, eat your heart out.
Man, that suit is, well, it's something. I mean, it's no Mark 17, but I'm definitely digging it.
How do I get myself in these crazy situations?
Man, does anyone know his secret identity? Answers to me on a postcard, or preferably a less antiquated digital social media platform. Go.
No!
You know, the way that Stan Lee animatronic is tapping on the glass and waving for assistance is so lifelike.
Get me out of here!
Yeesh, what a heap of junk! Who'd pay to come and look at a glorified oven mitt?
That sounded smashy. Guessing that gauntlet has to be worth, like, at least $1 bajillion. Trust me, I'm pretty good with math.
How do I get myself in these crazy situations?
Nope. No idea how to use this.
Anyone else concerned that Howard the Duck and Forbish Man are trashing the place? Not seem odd to anyone else? Just me? All right.
Oh! Boy, I could use a superhero right now.
Looks like we've got some technical difficulties. Whoa, stand back, folks. And Super Green Skin Smash Troll Brothers is no more. Operation Capwolf is an X game. And say goodbye to Luke Cage bass fishing? Some would say this is a tragedy. I would personally call it a mercy. The barrel has been scraped. Nothing but wood remains.
Hey everybody! Check out this brand new video game featuring yours truly. Available in all good stores in Chronopolis. And some bad ones.
Yes, this game is rad! The lesser spotted, much underappreciated Howard the Duck, ladies and gentlemen. Get over here, Howie. Victory lap time.
Yes, folks, it really is that easy to get a game made. If you happen to be a duck in a time-locked city, that is. Sure, they all look happy now. But what about when they get 100%? What then? Does the game have any super bonus brick gathering bonus adventures? No? You'll need a day one patch, my friend, and Sharpish. Just don't let old Panhead near it. I think he's struggling with actual reality. Never mind the virtual kind. What am I saying? Howard's game has got Howard in it. It doesn't need anything else. Give me a copy. Let me through.
Wasp gave us the Old West as Quill and Drax's last known location. Let's catch up to them and start looking for that... whatever it was called.
A negative ion emitter.
And, are we just acting like strolling down from Manhattan to the Old West is just a normal thing we do now?
I am Groot.
Wow. Kang might be a few stars shy of a get.
Back for some cheat/pink brick action? How are you so many pink bricks? With a few more, you could build a tiny little pink house.